Okay, talking about games for today.
Spain.
Oh, Spain.
How could you say, come on, are you trying to be
Okay, they're out.
biased? Yeah, they're out
Their
too.
reign is actually out. 6-year reign.
It's over.
Euro 2008,
Yeah.
2010 World Cup, and of course Euro 2012, and definitely they are out.
Yeah.
Chilean fans celebrating.
Yeah, incredible. Oh my, what a game. They were totally outplayed by Chile. And I don't know, this Spanish team, I felt they were not as good as they used to be before, but I didn't see them going out in the first round of the competition. I mean, they considered 7 goals already in 2 games. That's just ridiculous for a defending champion.
Managing just one.
Yeah, so that's a -6.
I think it's actually the first time you're having a defending champions losing 2 games consecutively.
Yeah, exactly.
In
We talked
very,
about...
very stupendous manner. I'm
Yeah.
borrowing your language.
We talked about France getting knocked out in Korea, Japan in the first round, and Italy the same thing in 2010 World Cup. But they didn't lose the first 2 games. It wasn't this scandalous. And I think Del Bosque, like you always say, coaches the ball and stops at the table.
Yes,
he's made these decisions to bring certain players.
I'd love to cut you short here. Now,
Yeah.
Del Bosque, what should he do? I think he's actually the architect of the team downfall. Now, check the players I actually selected.
Yes.
These players were tired. These players did not really perform so well at their clubs.
Yes.
Fernando Torres making that team, I was shocked. You know, remember we talked about him making the team. That was a shocker ahead of, better players and all that could have made a team. And you're having a Diego Costa who could not even play in the Champions League final a full game. He was injured. He was nursing a hamstring injury. And you risk him as your top man. Yeah,
incredible stuff. So, but like you always say, the buck stops at the table. He will have to take the blame for the disaster for Spain. And
should there be a surgical operation?
I really don't. Actually, I feel Del Bosque will resign at the end of the competition. I don't see him continuing as Spain boss.
No, is this the end of this Spanish?
Yeah,
this particular
I think so. Yeah, this crop of players, I think it's over for them now. And I know a lot of people that are glad to see their backs because I feel they got too cocky after a while. And
it was actually pride because for you to select such players to come to the World Cup, where you have other better players and you feel, okay, we're holders, of course, we can, win any game with our style of play.
And Casillas as well, too. He's the number 2 for Real Madrid, but he retained the number 1 spot for Spain. Yeah, so good luck to Spain as they try to come back from
okay, they have one last disaster. Game to play. Hopefully they win that one and not just go out without at least winning 1 game. All right, today's fixtures for you have Colombia and Côte d'Ivoire. 5 p.m. That's the first game for today. Côte d'Ivoire, of course, won their first game. The only African team that have actually won their game. Uruguay and England will be in action later. That's 8 p.m. tonight. And Japan and Greece as the last game for today. Now, for Colombia and Côte d'Ivoire, what are the chances of the Ivorians?
The Ivorians, I think they have a good chance. They'll be playing against a very decent Colombia side with great players as well, too. But that game against Japan in the first match wasn't very convincing for Côte d'Ivoire, and I think it will be harder against Colombia, but they have a slight chance of getting a point. If they can get a point in this game, then it will be good for them.
Yeah, definitely, it will be good. Uruguay and England, of course. We've heard so much talk about Wayne Rooney wasn't playing well. Ryan Sterling will have to be shifted and all that. But I think let's just get to listen to Frank Lampard, talking about the criticism the teams have faced so far.
I think the manager will want to get the best out of the team, and to do that, you get the best out of individuals. We saw lots of glimpses from Raheem the other day, what he can do, attacking play. And Wayne, I think if you take Wayne's name away and you look at his performance and the work rate and the ball he put in for the goal, people might look at it differently. I think we are dwelling on something here that we don't maybe need to look for. I think it's about a team performance. We didn't win the other night, but the minute we start trying to focus on individuals again and again and again, I think it can become a bit detrimental. In the squad, behind closed doors, I think we're all looking at trying to win games. There is no solution with Luis Suarez. The solution is to defend as well as you can. I don't think with a player of his level of quality, can you decide he can score against this team or that team or different defenders. I just think that's probably just looking too much into the numbers. I think he's a great player. So is Cavani. I think we have to look at both of those if they play. Plus the other attacking players they have in their team, and we don't have to analyse it too much. We just need to work hard on the match.
Okay, all right. Well, Frank Lampard, criticism definitely will not help the team, but they will know how to tame Luis Suarez. He will be ready for England tonight.
Yeah, he says he will be ready. We'll find out tonight. And as regards Rooney, under intense scrutiny from the media, you can understand why. Ever since he exploded onto the scene, he was labeled that guy to take England to the next level on the world stage. He hasn't done it. No goals in the World Cup. 0 goals.
Danny Sturridge, and of course the likes of Danny Welbeck, definitely better than him.
Yeah.
I didn't just say that.
Yeah, before we move on now, for England right now, Chamberlain has been ruled out with a knee injury.
So he's not playing?
He's not going to play against Uruguay.
Okay, so they're left with the formation that Roy Hodgson likely to use against Uruguayans?
Exactly, yeah. I think it's going to be the same against the Uruguayans. But Rooney this time around might come to the middle while Sterling goes to the left. Okay,
because Sterling actually said any position he's being asked to play in, he will do that.
Yeah.
Can he fit in properly?
Yeah, easily. Yeah, of course. Come on, he's a natural winger, so I don't see any problems with him adapting to the left-hand side of attack.
Okay, well, we'll end this segment here, of course. Just take a little look at the papers, what they are saying before we enter the NBA. San Antonio Spurs, they are celebrating the trophy they won on Sunday. Okay, starting with Sporting Life. And Stephen Kershin, there's this big one. He says, I am not God. Well, Rooney returns to former rule against Uruguay. Okay, I think we'll be happy to do this. Yeah. And Holland saying Australia 3-2. Okay, as soccer star, you have a Keshi to reshuffle Eagles. Obabona will return for Bosnia. Keshi is still hoping that will happen. Okay, Operation Beat Bosnia. And see how it goes. And Kalusha tips Moses Osaze to shine. And there are reports that he might be dropped. That's
I hope. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I hope that reshuffling actually includes Osaze coming in for Musa.
That's what you think. Okay, take a look at what they have there.
Yeah, the big one here is all about Nigeria, Bosnia. Bosnia planned draw against Eagles. I don't believe that. What's that supposed to mean? I'm sure they've not won a game, so why are they trying to play a draw against the Super Eagles?
Okay.
And another one here, Juve dropped 21 million euros for Sanchez. We saw Sanchez yesterday. He terrorized Spain all through.
Okay, you have Ayaman Blasi says, I'm ready for Dzeko and Ibisevic. Okay, let's see how it goes. You guys have to win this game for Nigeria, for Nigerians to really be happy and to keep faith with the team. Okay, we'll talk about the NBA now, from the Super Eagles and, of course, away from the World Cup, with San Antonio Spurs celebrating their title, and, of course, Tony Parker and, of course, the man who, surprisingly, the finals MVP, said definitely it was a blessing for them to have won that title.
Yeah, definitely. Kawhi Leonard, awesome, still a youngster, and he will get better. That was the 5th title in 15 seasons now. So that's a very good record, if you ask me, with all the teams in the NBA, all the quality side. So congratulations one more to the San Antonio Spurs.
Okay, let's just get to listen to the players, of course, how happy they are for them to have won a 5th title.
I feel very blessed, and so sometimes it's hard to put words to how I feel, because I feel, very lucky to be in a great organization and being able to share that, with Pop and Manu and TD. That's a special bond.
This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to win an NBA championship, and we did it as a team, and it's just been a great overall experience for me.
Okay, let's just go straight to athletics now. Of course, Blessing Okagbare, she's aiming to become the first woman to win the 100 meters of all Nigerian Athletics Championship 6th time in a row. Mary Ali, of course, she did it before, but in recent times, Blessing Okagbare seems to be the only one for that history. The All Nigerian Athletics Championships start today at the UJ Eswene Stadium in Calabar, Cross River State. Now, her journey to the championship actually started in 2009, right here in Lagos at the National Stadium. And right at the Abuja National Stadium, definitely where she actually ran a time of 11.16 seconds to dethrone then reigning queen, Damola Osayomi, yes, that's the lady. That was the lady she actually dethroned from that. But since then, she's been on fire. And of course, for this particular All-Nigerian Athletics Championship, it will be used to pick athletes for the Commonwealth Games. But she believes that definitely she'll want to see how she can keep it.
Yeah, the question is, who's going to stop her?
No one.
Answer, nobody.
Nobody,
Yeah,
definitely.
nobody.
Okay, that's the answer.
That's it.
Okay, finally on the program, of course, we won't leave here without talking a little bit about tennis, where Novak Djokovic, he's still surprised that he was actually, seeded #1, where he has been the best at grass court ahead of Rafael Nadal. Definitely, that's the reason he was seeded #1.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because apparently the Wimbledon, they have their own seeding formula. It's not solely based on the rankings. That's why Nadal is #2 and Djokovic is #3, and the defending champion Andy Murray is #3.
Okay, all right. Djokovic is definitely #1. He will be looking forward to start that. Thank you so much for being part of the show. Business Money is up next. Bye for now.